I need you to look at this object in my hand. It looks like a battery, or maybe a button from a coat. It is small, black, smooth plastic. No logo. No serial number. Just a tiny LED light on the side that blinks red once every 60 seconds. I found this inside the lining of my jacket this morning. Not in the pocket. Inside the lining. Someone had to rip the seam open, slide this device inside, and sew it back up. And they did it well. The stitching matches the original factory thread almost perfectly. I only noticed it because I leaned against a wall and felt a hard lump pressing against my ribs. My name is David. I live in a secure apartment complex. I work from home. I have a dog. I thought I was safe. I thought I was observant. But looking at the data on this thing, I realize I have been walking around with a target on my back for 3 months. 90 days. That is how long the log file goes back. I put the device on my desk. I didn't know what it was at first. I thought maybe it was an anti-theft tag the store forgot to remove. But anti-theft tags don't have SIM cards. I pried the casing open with a knife. Inside, there was a tiny chip, a battery, and a microSIM. I put the SIM card into an old burner phone I keep for emergencies. I expected it to be encrypted. I expected a password. But as soon as the phone booted up, it received a text message. Just coordinates. GPS coordinates sent from a number that was just listed as server. Then, a second text. Asset stationary. Home zone. I felt a chill go through my veins. Asset. That's me. I am the asset. I downloaded the data from the chip to my laptop. It was a simple .csv file. Thousands of rows of latitude, longitude, and timestamps. I uploaded the data to Google Earth to visualize it. Lines appeared on the map. Red lines. They traced my entire life. Here is my walk to the coffee shop. Here is my trip to the grocery store. Here is the weekend I visited my parents upstate. Every stop. Every pause. But then I saw the anomalies. Usually, a GPS tracker just follows you. It goes where you go. But looking at the map, I saw deviations. There were times when the tracker's signal moved away from me. Specifically, at night. I zoomed in on the data from last Tuesday. The log showed that at 2 a.m., the tracker, which was supposed to be in my jacket hanging by the door, left my apartment. It moved down the hallway. It took the elevator to the lobby. It went outside. It traveled 2 blocks east, to a park. It stayed there for an hour. Then it came back. It returned to my apartment. It returned to my coat pocket. How? How can a tracker leave my locked apartment and come back without me knowing? Unless the person who sewed it into my jacket has a key. Unless they come in while I sleep, take the jacket, go somewhere, and bring it back. I stood up. I checked my front door. Locked. I checked the windows. Locked. But then I looked at the vent in the hallway ceiling. The screws were stripped. The paint was chipped. I dragged a chair over. I pushed the vent cover. It wasn't screwed in. It was just resting there. I slid it aside. Inside the duct, nestled in the dust, was a camera. A small, battery-operated camera pointed directly at my bedroom door. And next to the camera was a sleeping bag. A dirty, rolled-up sleeping bag. And a wrapper from a protein bar. Someone hasn't just been tracking me. Someone has been living in my ceiling.
I grabbed the tracker from my desk. I wanted to smash it. I wanted to flush it down the toilet. But then my phone buzzed. Another text on the burner phone from the server. Asset agitated. Heart rate elevated. It wasn't just a GPS. It had a microphone. Or maybe thermal sensors. It knew I was panicked. I typed a reply. Who are you? No answer. Then, a new message. Look out the window. I froze. My apartment is on the 4th floor. My window faces the street. I crawled to the window. I peeked through the blinds. Down on the street, under the streetlight, there was a van. A plain white utility van. The engine was running. I could see the exhaust in the cold air. My phone buzzed again. We see you, David. Put the jacket back on. I backed away from the window. I ran to the kitchen. I grabbed a knife. Put the jacket on, the text said again. Or we come up. I looked at the jacket on the chair. It looked heavy. Toxic. Why do they want me to wear it? I picked it up. My hands were shaking. I put my arms through the sleeves. I zipped it up. The phone buzzed. Good. Now go outside. Walk to the van. Don't run. I didn't have a choice. If they were in the ceiling, they could get in. If they were outside, they could get in. I walked to the door. I unlocked it. The hallway was empty. I walked to the elevator. I pressed the button for the lobby. As the doors closed, I pulled out the tracker from the lining again. I looked at the chip. I realized something. The SIM card, it wasn't just receiving texts. It was broadcasting. And it wasn't broadcasting to a cell tower. The signal strength bar was full. Maximum bars. But we are in a concrete elevator shaft. There's no signal here. Unless the receiver is close. Unless the receiver is in the elevator with me. I looked up at the elevator inspection hatch. It was slightly open. I heard a breathing sound. A wet rattle of a breath coming from above the car. The van outside, it was a distraction. They didn't want me to come down to the street. They wanted me to get into the metal box. They wanted me in the cage. The elevator stopped between floors. The lights flickered and died. Total darkness. My phone screen lit up with one final message. Collection mode activated. I heard the hatch above me slide open. I heard boots hit the floor of the elevator. I am swinging the knife. I am swinging it into the dark. I hit something soft. Something wet. A hand grabbed my wrist. The grip was like iron. It wasn't a man's hand. It felt synthetic. Too many fingers. Or maybe just broken fingers. I managed to push the button for the emergency alarm. The bell is ringing. But nobody is coming. The thing in the elevator with me, it's whispering. It's mimicking my voice. I found a tracker, it whispers. I found a tracker. It is recording me. It is sampling me. I dropped the burner phone. It slid through the gap in the doors. It fell down the shaft. But I still have the tracker. I am holding it tight. Because I realized what the blinking red light means. It's not a power light. It's a countdown. And it just started blinking very, very fast. If you find a hard lump in your coat, if you hear scratching in your vents, do not investigate. Do not scan the device. Burn the coat. Leave the house. Run until you can't run anymore. Because once you find the tracker, the test is over. And the harvest begins. The red light has stopped blinking. It is solid red now. And the thing in the dark just let go of my wrist. It is backing into the corner. It is covering its ears. Goodbye.